Do you believe you can express love and appreciation to your loved ones without saying a single word? It might sound unbelievable, but sometimes actions truly speak louder than words. If you're looking for unique and meaningful ways to show your value to the important people in your life, then this video is for you. Join me as we uncover the fascinating secrets of nonverbal communication, allowing you to touch the hearts of your loved ones in the deepest and most sincere way. I guarantee you'll find surprising and delightful tips to help you build strong, loving relationships. Keep your eyes glued to the screen and stay until the end of the video so you don't miss any valuable tips. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get the latest videos on personal development and relationship building. Now, let's embark on this journey to discover the wonders of nonverbal communication together. Number 1. Reflecting on the past. The Stoic philosopher Seneca famously said, "But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future." He divided time into 3 parts: the present, which is fleeting, the future, which is uncertain, and the past, which is unchangeable. Most time management advice encourages us to focus on the present and look towards the future. This means we're often concentrating on the transient and the uncertain. Seneca, however, suggests a different approach: to spend time reflecting on our past. By delving into our past experiences, we can gain valuable insights, learn from our mistakes, and understand our personal growth. The past holds the key to our identity and shapes our present and future decisions. It's a treasure trove of wisdom, waiting to be unearthed. While we cannot alter the past, we can certainly learn from it and use those lessons to navigate the present and shape a better future. The past, although irreversible, contains one of the most crucial elements for personal growth: lessons. Reflecting on the past is not just about reminiscing, but it's a journey of self-discovery, recognizing our transformations and understanding the factors that have shaped who we are today. When we view the past from this perspective, reminiscing is no longer about regret or dwelling on the past, but rather a way of living in the present. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on comparing ourselves to who we were yesterday. Every experience, every decision in the past has contributed to shaping who we are in the present. Reflecting on the past gives us the space and time to realize how far we've come in life. It allows us to assess our growth, positive changes, and even the mistakes we've made. From there, we can draw valuable lessons, appreciate our achievements, and continue striving for self-improvement. Number 2. Accepting yourself and stopping comparisons is the second lesson I would like to share. Focusing on your own values is more powerful than any introduction you can give about yourself. Self-worth is each individual's perception of their own value, including their qualities, abilities, and contributions to society. Accepting oneself is a challenging but crucial inner journey that leads each individual to happiness and success. It is a journey of self-discovery, recognizing strengths and weaknesses, successes and failures, and personal attributes and flaws. Accepting oneself does not mean complacency or giving up, but rather it is a stepping stone to self-improvement and achieving good values in life. You should also stop comparing yourself to others. When comparing yourself to others, the nature of life is inherently about comparison and contrast. However, do not compare yourself to anyone else in the world, because you are unique and no one else is like you. Comparing yourself to others can be motivating if it's a positive comparison, but comparing yourself to determine who is better or worse only creates pressure on yourself. This kind of comparison devalues your self-worth and is unnecessary. Each person is an independent, unique individual, and comparing yourself to anyone else is inappropriate. Everyone possesses unique qualities that not everyone has. Comparing yourself negatively, whether feeling superior or inferior, is fundamentally about envy. Only those who are insecure about themselves compare themselves to those around them, leading to pessimism, discouragement, and even despair if there are no psychological solutions. Don't live by someone else's life. Don't desire values that aren't yours, and knowing to accept yourself and strive will bring you happiness. Life isn't always fair, and you have to accept that and seek a unique and better life for yourself according to your own desires. Be confident in yourself. Don't live with envy or follow others' wishes, as it will only lead you to tragedies rather than true happiness. Moreover, constantly comparing yourself to others can easily distract you from what is happening in your life and your personal goals. You spend too much time and energy observing that person instead of realizing your own dreams. Your entire focus shifts to trying to become someone perfect in your eyes. This makes you deviate from your original trajectory. Instead of trying to be like someone else, you should focus on your own goals and values. Create your own path. Become the best version of yourself. Don't pursue goals that aren't suitable for you. Have you noticed that when you start comparing yourself to others, you often focus on your flaws and feel less perfect than them? This makes you sad and develops a sense of inferiority. You easily get stuck in looking at your weaknesses and lose confidence in social interactions. The more we compare, the worse we feel about ourselves. Therefore, you should entirely focus on yourself to develop your strengths and overcome your weaknesses. Start learning to accept who you are by trying to write down 3 things you truly like about yourself. For example, you are proactive, loving, sharing, or even enjoy making jokes to bring laughter to others. One noteworthy point is that people tend to treat others better than they treat themselves. When you compare yourself to others, are you self-criticizing and devaluing your own worth? To escape the trap of comparison, stop hating yourself and start loving and acknowledging your unique talents and characteristics. Remember, there will always be someone smarter or more successful than you. But as long as you recognize your own value and nurture it every day, you will thrive. If you focus on what others have and forget about yourself, you will lose your strength because comparison is the thief of joy. Typically, people compare themselves in terms of wealth, status, appearance, and beauty, but rarely do they compare inner qualities such as kindness and integrity. Therefore, don't focus too much on the exterior. Instead, concentrate on the soul and inner self of each person. Don't put pressure on yourself to chase after superficial things or strive for someone else's ideal of perfection. Be yourself with a kind, compassionate, and sincere heart. Remember that you are a unique and invaluable individual. Focus on developing yourself and achieving your own goals. Instead of comparing yourself to others, take pride in what you have and what you have accomplished. Number 3. Avoiding arguments. Arguments at times can be catalysts for positive change, but they can also be the fire that burns down precious relationships. Therefore, learning to avoid unnecessary arguments is a delicate art of living that each of us should cultivate. First and foremost, listen and understand the other person before reacting. Sometimes, small misunderstandings can be resolved through sincere and open conversation. Put yourself in the other person's shoes, feel their thoughts and emotions, and from there find common ground and resolve the issue peacefully. Secondly, Choose silence when it is necessary. Silence is not always a sign of weakness, but can be an expression of strength and maturity. When emotions are running high, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment of silence to look at the problem more objectively. Silence at the right time can help you avoid hurtful words and preserve valuable relationships. Finally, focus on the positive and appreciate the good in others. Instead of criticizing and judging, look for common ground and build relationships based on respect and love. When we know how to recognize and appreciate the values of others, unnecessary arguments will gradually disappear, giving way to harmony and love. Remember, life is too short to waste time on pointless arguments. Spend your time and energy on more meaningful things, on relationships that are worth cherishing, and on yourself. A heated argument echoed through the small apartment. Words like knives slicing through the air, piercing the hearts of Alex and Emily. It all started with a minor misunderstanding, but anger quickly escalated it into an unforgiving battle. Alex felt hurt by Emily's harsh words, while Emily felt misunderstood and disrespected. Both tried to defend their viewpoints, neither willing to yield. The small room seemed to suffocate them with the tense atmosphere and sighs of frustration. The argument dragged on late into the night until both were exhausted and had nothing left to say. Alex quietly stepped onto the balcony, leaving Emily alone in the living room. He gazed at the starlit night sky, his heart filled with weariness and dejection. He wondered if their relationship could be salvaged, if the harsh words exchanged had left indelible scars on both their hearts. Suddenly, a downpour broke out, heavy raindrops falling, as if wanting to wash away the dust and tension in the air. Alex closed his eyes, letting the cool rain fall on his face. He took a deep breath, feeling the peace and tranquility that the rain brought. In that moment, Alex realized that both he and Emily were wrong. He had been too angry and refused to listen to her explanations. Emily, too, had been overly sensitive and unable to control her emotions. This argument had brought nothing good, only further hurt and distance between them. Alex returned to the living room, finding Emily sitting quietly on the sofa, tears streaming down her cheeks. He gently approached her, embraced her, and said, "I'm sorry, Emily. I was wrong." Emily looked up, meeting Alex's eyes. She saw sincerity and remorse in them. She also realized that she had played a part in this. "I'm sorry too, Alex. I was too angry." They held each other tightly, letting their tears mingle. The rain continued outside, but within their hearts, a new sky had cleared. They understood that love is not about perfection, but about acceptance and forgiveness. And most importantly, they had learned to listen and understand each other, to weather the storms of life together. Number 4. Be silent when necessary and listen more. Epictetus once wisely remarked, "Nature gave us one tongue and two ears, so we should listen twice as much as we talk." Listening is a magical ingredient that fosters lasting and fulfilling relationships. Genuine listening is indeed an effective method for developing communication skills, as it helps you build trust with others. Respect and a serious attitude let the speaker know that you are truly listening. Therefore, it is crucial to avoid engaging in side conversations or interrupting the speaker. Respond to the speaker by nodding, leaning forward, or smiling to indicate attentive listening. This also demonstrates respect for the speaker, encouraging them to feel more confident and communicate more effectively. Sometimes, what the person across from you really wants to convey is not what they are saying to you. You must be truly perceptive to grasp the key messages the speaker intends to transmit, rather than just listening to their point of view. Take the initiative to ask questions if you are unsure about what is being presented. While this may seem simple, it is actually quite complex, requiring you to hone your thinking skills and ability to decipher underlying meanings. During communication, only 7% is verbal, while 55% is nonverbal language such as gestures, body language, and 38% is tone of voice. To make listening effective, establish eye contact by looking at the speaker to understand nonverbal cues such as tone, facial expressions, or body language. All of these seemingly small things are essential skills in the process of developing listening ability. In the realm of conversations, it's not about imposing one's ego, but rather about discerning when to agree, when to disagree, when to offer constructive criticism, or when to maintain a neutral stance. This ability, which cannot be taught directly, stems from an innate sense of respect for others' perspectives and a conscious effort to refine one's own communication skills. Respecting others, in turn, earns their esteem and appreciation. The power of listening serves as a stepping stone towards success. The more receptive we are to the sounds around us, the more open we are to others, the more we can experience, understand the nuances of life, and learn how to live meaningfully. Each act of listening is an opportunity to acquire knowledge and gain new experiences. When we wholeheartedly listen to someone, we may sometimes recognize our own story within theirs, drawing valuable life lessons from their experiences. Listening extends beyond the confines of our ears. It involves using our hearts to perceive. To listen fully, we must set aside our worries, erase our anger and resentment, and let go of any preconceived notions about the person we are listening to. Eloquence is not determined by the quantity of words spoken, but rather by the judicious use of silence. Silence does not imply a lack of engagement. It is not about apathy or passivity. Silence is an opportunity to focus on listening, to absorb more information, and to gain a deeper understanding of the situation. It is also a way to convey our emotions to the person we are interacting with. In essence, effective communication is a delicate dance between expressing our own thoughts and ideas while respecting and valuing the perspectives of others. It is about finding the right balance between speaking and listening, asserting our individuality while acknowledging the unique experiences of others. By mastering this art, we can forge deeper connections, foster meaningful relationships, and navigate the complexities of human interaction with grace and understanding. We begin by embracing and accepting others, cherishing them, learning about them, and acknowledging every word they speak. We cleanse our minds and delve into the depths of their being with a yearning to understand, share, accompany, and empathize with their sorrows. It can be said that simply listening is not enough. We must listen actively and proactively, which means responding with our attitude. If you agree with the other person, don't hesitate to nod in approval, pat them on the shoulder in empathy, or give them a warm look. And if you can't support their thoughts or statements, be bold enough to respond intelligently and decisively, to counter-argue and present your own opinions and ideologies. Listening also requires the ability to sift through the murky and find the clear. However, we are also just passing guests in this world. Therefore, sometimes when we feel lost in the midst of life, let's take a moment of silence for ourselves to listen deeply, attentively, and clearly to the violin playing from our hearts. Listen to ourselves to understand and love ourselves. Only then can we have the ability to listen and understand others. Shakespeare once said, "The most frightening thing is the disease of not listening, which is a very common affliction." People only think about how to speak more, but never think about how to listen more. because they don't want to lose. They don't want to be humble enough to listen carefully to what others say. A Russian proverb says, "It takes 3 years for a person to learn to speak, but it takes a lifetime to learn to listen." In fact, listening is not an instinct, but an art. This art requires a warm heart to feel and a cool head to maintain objectivity and calmness. Remember, whoever knows how to listen will be the master of the conversation. Number 5. Don't forget to smile. Amidst the hustle and bustle of modern life, we sometimes inadvertently overlook an incredibly simple yet immensely powerful act: smiling. This seemingly small, delicate gesture holds the extraordinary ability to soothe the soul, spread joy, and connect individuals. A smile is not merely an emotional expression, it's an action imbued with profound significance. When we smile, our brains automatically release endorphins, hormones that elevate our mood, reduce stress, and evoke feelings of happiness. A smile serves as a friendly greeting, a sincere encouragement, or simply an indication of our openness and willingness to engage. The power of a smile extends to its ability to connect people. A genuine smile transcends linguistic and cultural barriers, fostering trust and understanding between individuals. It has the power to mend conflicts, heal emotional wounds, and offer warmth to lonely souls. Smiles also serve as a source of inspiration for artistic creations. From vibrant paintings to cheerful songs and humorous plays, all are nurtured by the radiant energy of smiles. A smile resembles a warm ray of sunshine, dispelling gloom, bringing hope, and instilling faith in life. The benefits of smiling extend beyond the individual, radiating to those around us. When we smile, those in our presence are more likely to reciprocate, creating a ripple effect of positivity that permeates the community. A smile acts as an invisible thread connecting people, bestowing upon them joy and happiness. However, not all smiles are appropriate at all times. A forced or insincere smile can lead to misunderstandings and counterproductive outcomes. Therefore, we must smile at the right time, in the right place, and in a manner befitting the situation. Let us make smiling a daily habit. Smile at ourselves in the mirror. Smile at our loved ones, friends, colleagues, and even strangers on the street. Our smiles will serve as invaluable gifts, bringing joy and happiness to those around us. Remember, a smile is an essential part of life. It is an effective emotional remedy, a bridge for relationships, and a source of inspiration for artistic creations. Never forget to smile each day to add vibrancy and meaning to life. In the realm of human experiences, there are moments that transcend the ordinary, revealing the profound impact of seemingly simple gestures. Such is the story of Saint-Exupéry, a renowned author and aviator who found himself amidst the harrowing realities of World War II. It was during this tumultuous period that he penned his masterpiece, The Little Prince, a work infused with profound insights into the human spirit. Within the pages of this enchanting tale, Saint-Exupéry recounts his own experiences as a prisoner of war, facing the stark realities of potential execution. Amidst the despair and uncertainty, he describes an encounter with a prison guard, a moment that encapsulates the transformative power of a smile. As Saint-Exupéry, desperate for a spark of hope, reaches out to the guard, requesting a light for his cigarette, he finds himself offering a smile, an instinctive gesture of connection amidst the harsh circumstances. This simple act, seemingly insignificant in the face of impending danger, triggers a chain reaction of empathy and understanding. The guard, initially indifferent, responds to Saint-Exupéry's smile with one of his own, a silent acknowledgement of shared humanity. This exchange, transcending the barriers of language and circumstance, establishes a bond between two individuals caught in the throes of war. As the conversation deepens, the guard reveals his own hopes and dreams for his children, a glimpse into the human spirit that lies beneath the uniform and the role of a prison guard. Saint-Exupéry, in turn, shares his own cherished memories of his family, creating a shared space of vulnerability and connection. In that moment, the lines between captor and captive blur, replaced by a profound understanding of the shared human experience. The guard, moved by Saint-Exupéry's story and the power of their connection, makes a life-altering decision. Without a word, he unlocks the cell door, leading Saint-Exupéry to freedom. This act of compassion, born from a simple smile and the shared humanity that emerged from it, serves as a testament to the extraordinary power of human connection. Saint-Exupéry's tale highlights the profound impact of a smile, a gesture that transcends language, culture, and circumstance. It demonstrates the power of human connection, the ability to bridge divides and foster empathy even in the most challenging situations. The story also underscores the importance of recognizing the humanity beneath the surface, seeing beyond roles and labels to connect with the individual at their core. It is a reminder that we are all capable of extraordinary acts of compassion, even amidst the darkest of times. Saint-Exupéry's experience serves as a powerful testament to the transformative power of human connection, a force that can illuminate the darkest corners of our world and offer glimmers of hope in the face of despair. It is a story that resonates across time and cultures, reminding us of the profound impact of even the simplest gestures and the shared humanity that binds us all. Number 6. Control your mind and actions. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once asserted that worrying about things beyond our control is a futile exercise. Instead of wasting time and energy on factors we cannot change, we should focus on what we can influence and decide upon. According to Stoic philosophy, life is divided into 3 spheres: what is completely within our control, what is entirely outside our control, and what lies on the boundary between these 2 spheres. A Stoic individual will discard the elements beyond their control, not wasting time and mind on things that cannot be altered. Instead, they will focus on the remaining 2 spheres, where they can take proactive action and make a difference. For instance, when playing a basketball game, rather than setting a goal of winning at all costs, a Stoic individual will concentrate on playing their best, showcasing their skills and demonstrating the best sportsmanship. By doing so, they will minimize disappointment and frustration when the outcome is not as desired, while also thoroughly enjoying the process of the game. The Stoic way of life encourages us to set intrinsic goals, stemming from within ourselves, rather than extrinsic goals that depend on external factors. Instead of placing heavy emphasis on winning or succeeding, focus on self-improvement, strive wholeheartedly, and cherish the process. By applying this philosophy, we can minimize anxiety, frustration, and disappointment, while cultivating a more positive and meaningful life. Remember, it is not the outcome that matters, but the process of striving and how we face challenges. You can't choose where you're born, but you can choose how you live encapsulates a powerful message about the individual's role in shaping their future. While our birthplace is determined by fate, the way we live, the way we shape our lives, is entirely up to us. The future is not a gift of chance, but the outcome of our own efforts, choices, and actions. Throughout life's journey, we are all faced with crossroads, with decisions that have a turning point. Every choice, big or small, leads us to a new direction, painting the picture of our future. To achieve success and happiness, we need to equip ourselves with the necessary qualities and skills. Sharp intellect is the foundation that helps us analyze and assess situations objectively, make sound decisions, and have a clear direction. Effective work skills are the key to turning ideas into reality, helping us complete every task assigned to us. Strong will, determination, and resilience are the driving force to overcome all challenges and difficulties, and to keep moving forward. Good moral character is the foundation for building trust and respect from others, and for establishing good relationships in life. Communication skills are the tools that help us connect with people, seize opportunities, and collaborate effectively in today's globalized world. Initial material resources and luck also play a role in the journey to success, but the decisive factor is still the individual. How many times have we given up in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges? The story of the miner who persevered in digging for diamonds is a testament to the power of will and belief. Despite many failures, he never stopped trying and was eventually rewarded with resounding success. Similarly, in the quest for love and happiness, only those who are patient, know how to listen, know how to strive, and are brave enough to face challenges can reap the rewards. Remember, if you don't make mistakes, it means you haven't tried hard enough. Don't be afraid to stumble. Turn failures into valuable lessons to improve yourself and go further on the path to achieving your dreams. Always believe in yourself, in your abilities, and never stop striving, and you will achieve the success and happiness you desire. Number 7. Setting boundaries. Have you ever acted against your conscience to please someone else? Have you ever reluctantly agreed to someone's request out of fear that the relationship would deteriorate if you refused? Have you ever joined in with others gossiping about someone else because of FOMO, fear of missing out, or fear of being left out, even if you thought the act was wrong? If you've had any of these experiences in life, your personal boundaries are truly blurred. You compromise on things that go against your core values, unknowingly hurting your self-esteem. At some point, you may face exhaustion and burnout on the journey of life if you cannot build healthy personal boundaries for yourself. Personal boundaries are absolutely essential for all of us. Personal boundaries help you build trust and healthy relationships. Initially, many people may not like what you set, but if they truly understand and respect you and want to build a good relationship with you, they will surely gradually follow your principles. Boundaries also help you boost your self-esteem. People no longer see you as someone without a voice or opinions. They know how to listen and appreciate what you show more. They know how to respect your privacy and everything that belongs to you. Personal boundaries help you meet your own needs and make you have a more fulfilling life. You don't have to sacrifice what you like, what you want to make others happy. You create rules for people to learn how to treat you the way you want to be treated. It's not selfish, rude, arrogant, or any negative adjective you can name. It's simply living for what you want. Personal boundaries make you free, not dependent on others. You stand strong on your own 2 feet, live by your own principles, and walk proudly without being bound by any framework. That is the best way to care for your mental health. Take time for reflection to ask yourself what makes you uncomfortable and what needs to have a boundary for it. It's best to sit down with a journal and write down what you've been through. In that situation, what are your feelings? How do you feel? How will personal boundaries help you improve that situation? What do you want to receive when you set that boundary for yourself? One thing that is extremely important for you to remember is to build personal boundaries that are in line with your core values. Core values are the things that define you, guide every decision and action in your life. If the weekend is your time for family, and family is a top priority in your value system, you certainly won't want to have to work overtime on the weekend. Your work boundary might be, I don't accept overtime on weekends. If something makes you uncomfortable in your relationship, don't hesitate to share it with your partner. Don't be afraid to reveal the inner parts of your personality. If they are not happy with those things, not ready to accept the real you, maybe it's time to reconsider your relationship. There are many more examples of personal boundaries you can create for yourself. Only you know what values you need to respect and what you want to receive in your work and life relationships. No one can do that for you. Number 8. Say no. In reality, saying yes is always easier to say than saying no. Emotions play a significant role in our decisions. Do you want to maintain your current relationships and minimize the possibility of conflict? Are you afraid that a refusal could cause unnecessary strain in this relationship? Do you believe that pleasing everyone in all circumstances is the right thing to do? But that is neither possible nor necessary. When you try to please everyone, you will end up pleasing no one, including yourself. You take on everything, but there is a high chance that nothing will go smoothly in the end. Your time will quickly run out, and it may even encroach on your personal life. In many cases, saying no at the right time is very necessary and even more acceptable than having to apologize later for not being able to complete something. When you are not interested, focus on being honest with yourself, and don't try to follow others' orders just to maintain your likability. By saying no, you are actually encouraging others to be independent. If you are not able to help them, they will find a way to solve their problems on their own. Learning comes from finding a solution. There will be people who will leave you because you said no. Let them go. The people who truly connect with you will understand your perspective. You cannot please everyone. You have to help yourself and build positive energy. And once you achieve that energy can be shared. However, you cannot do this if you are always trying to help others without taking any time for yourself. Doing so will not lead to a good outcome for either you or the person you want to help. Practice saying no. Make it a mental exercise. At first, you will feel guilty, but once you accept this feeling and handle the situation with respect for others, you will soon realize the power of the word no. You always have a choice, and if the problem at hand does not interest you, don't do it. Start spending time doing things you want to do, and don't let yourself get bogged down in countless things you don't want to do. Helping others can easily create an illusionary wall of success and self-worth in the eyes of others. So, when put in a position where you need to say no, you will immediately feel uncomfortable. You are afraid of receiving anger from the other person, and you are afraid of lowering your own value. Similarly, in the family, saying yes is a way you show affection, and that makes the word no have the opposite meaning, as if you no longer love or care about them. Obviously, mental struggle is inevitable. Only when you cross the boundaries of that opposing emotion and come to a firm decision to refuse, will you understand that your way of doing things is the respect for all and creates an independent workspace for others. And that's all I wanted to share with you today. I hope this information has been not only helpful, but also inspiring on your journey of self-discovery and growth, as you take steps towards achieving your life goals. Always remember that each of us is a unique and special individual with irreplaceable values. Cherish what you have, love yourself, and never stop striving to evolve and become the best version of you. Don't hesitate to share this video with your loved ones so we can spread this meaningful message together. Let's create a community filled with understanding and compassion, where everyone feels valued and empowered to to live a fulfilling and happy life. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my thoughts. Wishing you a day filled with energy and positivity. See you in the next videos, where we'll continue to explore the secrets of life and the human spirit.